represents. I'm that brother who you, I'm that brother who you, trying to kill my crew, trying to kill my team.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nova. Today we are reacting to three creepy true story lockdown. Three creepy true school lockdown stories with EWAN. And yes, let's go.
Alright, so 0-0.
We don't own any of the content, by the way.
But we don't know what this video is going to be like, so hopefully it's good to react to. So let's go. Right, wait there, that's why I'm going to cut the video. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is something you guys have been requesting the hell out of for a long time. It took a lot of time, but I finally found 3 stories that take place during school lockdowns. It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us, so everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com.
That's how you know it's trouble, mate.
As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room.
That's scary.
Mate, that's fucked.
Silence for about 2 minutes.
Getting the weird feeling again.
I came from a panel in the back of the room seized, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. Realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway.
Now I'll be gone. I'll jump out the window.
Hey, me too. That window there, the fucking blue one. Am I, mate?
The lunatic-sounding man started banging on the locker door, screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I
thought that was my fucking bed, mate.
My teacher
thought that was my bed, right?
At each other to see our peers' reactions.
Mate, I can't watch these. It's light in my room as well.
And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person, until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening.
Some fucked up things going in this world.
All the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked.
Fuck that! Resume fucking teaching after gunshots have just gone off.
One of the janitors working the night shift
I'll be gone out the window. I don't care.
Storage closets.
Mate, that is some fuck. You see that man at the end, mate?
Where?
Sticking out of his pocket.
Through the door, mate.
Shit, nah!
The janitor must
mate,
fuck that, nah!
For example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Me fucking too.
I'm probably dead tonight.
Mate, that is fucked.
My school has 2 lunch periods. First
oh
lunch
my god,
period
here we
is
go.
for 6th graders and some 7th graders. The second lunch period is for the other half of the 7th graders and all 8th graders. The lockdown happened in the beginning of October. The day the lockdown occurred, it was overcast and rainy. During the first lunch period, I heard 4 loud booms. I personally thought it was thunder, but the entire lunch crowd started screaming.
So they're all the fucking little kids and kiddies, don't they?
Campus security came in and started yelling at people to go into the multi-purpose room.
George has got a knife there, mate. He'll sort everyone out.
Lunch and come inside. Me and some friends went inside the room along with a huge group of other kids. Everyone was curious as to what was happening. Our multi-purpose room is huge, and the back wall of the room is made of see-through glass. When me and my friends were rushed inside the campus, security was covering the glass with the curtains, and there were adults at every exit. My friend Eric was curious, as well as the rest of us, so he asked one of the adults what was going on. When he came back, he said, "You know how right in front of TMS there's those houses?" I replied, "Yeah." "There's this mentally disabled, crazy man that barricaded himself in front of his house, and he's threatening to commit suicide and kill the cops if he's evicted. He was walking around outside of school watching kids in a weird way," Eric told us.
That's fucked.
It turned out the man was also a registered
He's
sex
definitely
offender,
mental.
and matters worse. We were stuck in the multi-purpose room for a whole hour, taking up 2 periods. After the whole thing was settled, we were escorted to our classrooms one by one. I later found out that the man lives next to my friend Brandy.
This is that ghost behind me then, guys. Oh,
She saw the same man at
that's
his
scary,
window,
man.
cutting his arm and writing in his own blood, "Don't come here or I'll
What kind of
kill you."
fucking shit is that? Who's filming a guy
Of
going
course, being
past on his
Halloween,
bike?
people, including Brandy, assumed it was just for the holiday. But
Fucking
after this
holidays,
horrific
man.
incident, we knew this man was mental, and we're glad he never got near us.
This
I'm
one's
22
fighting.
years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement. The basement of the school is very messy and disorganized,
It is.
but there is a
Nah, it's not.
person office
Where
that's
that girl
actually very
saw-
nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat screen TV mounted on the wall, and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school. And of course all the school servers and other computery stuff. I got the job because 3 of my old computer teachers flat out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher figures, so they all helped tremendously in landing me this job. It's been great, until something that happened a few weeks ago.
Until he gets dragged across the room by a ghost.
Coworkers that shared the office with me, Dave and Gary, weren't in the office at the time. They were upstairs working on papers or whatever. I was eating my sandwich during my lunch break when I got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school. There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off the lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it, just a big opening, and the door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock. For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office and my computer screen. I kept my phone on the desk, texting both Gary and Dave, but they
Why
didn't
the
respond.
fuck?
I sat down there and was playing games on my phone for like 20 minutes. waiting
hold
for
on
the
the
call
desk
from
and
the
go on the
front
phone in
to
front of
tell me
me.
to
Fuck
resume
that.
working. I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't hear what was going on upstairs from down here. But I was not allowed to make any calls until I was informed that the lockdown was over.
See the ghost again, guys. He's my friend, man. Jesus
As
Christ.
What
the
the fuck
creaking
was that?
echoed across the basement and
Mate, it
into
was
my
a
office,
fucking
I
video.
sat up from my seat, wondering
I
if
feel
should
weird
go
again,
down
George.
and
I
I
heard a door fucking
was
creak.
eager
I
to
think
get
it
some
was me.
info from them. Someone then
Matt,
came running down the stairs,
armed,
and their
trying to fucking
footsteps
come
were
out, I'll
approaching
kill
my
you all.
office.
He will, he's got a knife there.
Under
I'm
my
holding it
desk.
just in case. You know.
Somebody entered the office but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence.
Fuck that,
I
someone's
can't
inside
even
moving
describe
in the
the fear
dark.
I was experiencing. I felt like if I
Mate.
made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message.
Oh mate,
I felt my entire world shrivel up and die at that one moment as I clenched my teeth in
That's
fear.
so cute, mate. You get it.
Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until
He's getting dragged
dug
now.
out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me. And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me up.
Told ya.
It was some guy in a red plaid button-up jeans and a reddish-black cap. He told me, "It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you." "What's going on up there?" I whispered to him. He kind of ignored my question and asked me if there's an exit down here. I told him, "Yeah, around that way." Before he could do anything else, I asked him, "Who are you?" There was a brief moment of silence. Before he started explaining, he was coming in to pick up his son when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation, I checked my phone and saw the text I received was from Dave. It said,
"Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs."
I was about to reread that text out loud to the man until I realized. I looked up and felt my stomach sink. The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare. Panicking, all I could think to do was to run for the upstairs. A gunshot echoed through the basement, and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness. But thank God the bullet missed me, and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door. More good news, our teacher, Mr. Buckley, survived the gunshot. It was later determined that the man and Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
Alright. Well. That video was. I didn't react as well as last time. That video was fucked. George, why do we do this to ourselves?
More footage for our fans, man.
Obviously, man. We've got like 10 million fans. No, but honestly, that was fucked. Fuck
The
off.
thing is, I was at school on my own today with like 3 friends. Oh, it was so scary. Well, no one else was in the school, it was so scary.
Guys, I left my fucking light on because fucking last time, if you didn't watch the last video, go and fucking watch
Down
it.
there. So, thanks for Mr. Nightmare for providing us with this video.
Oh, Mr. Nightmare's the
Yeah,
best.
man,
Listen guys, we appreciate all support. We appreciate subscribers. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to George. Like this. It's gonna be like to the right, no, to the left, and it's gonna be over there. Catch the ball. Catch the ball, George. That's right. Catch it again, George. Or that way, I don't know where I'm throwing the ball. Catch him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. So, we just want to say thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Only if you're going to stick around now. And we'll see you in the next video. George, you know what to do, don't you? 3, 2, 1. Subscribe.
Also guys, before this video ends, I'd just like to say that I am getting an Xbox on Sunday, so there'll be Xbox gameplay coming out very soon. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.